Hello, my name is Bree from the Yoga Hand in case we have not practiced with each other before. This is week 2 of our beginner-friendly yoga series, where we break down poses, speak about alignment, speak about benefits, contraindications, and when we want to start the pose, we start to play in and with the pose. So, this week, we will work on today tabletop and then the next few days on cat and cow pose. I really invite you to be mindful in case you have any medical, physical issues. Please consult first a doctor before you jump on the mat. The only prop what I have prepared for today is a folded blanket. You might not need this, but in case I have it already here, it's always good to have props around you to support you whenever needed. As you see that I start to circle my wrists because today we have a weight-bearing pose on our wrists. So this is why we warm up a little bit and we start to circle the other direction. And while you circle your wrists, observe a little bit what you feel. Is there any sensation in any part? And try to change the circle again. Is there any sensation you feel? And with the next change of direction, see if you can really explore the full range of motion in your wrists. And we can let go. You can start to shake your fingers and start to open and close your fingers. So we warm up a little bit our forearms. You will feel it in a few minutes, but only when you really open and close the fingers as if you want to squeeze a ball. So, as said, it's always good to warm up for poses and not only to drop all your weight on a body part and wonder why probably there is an injury after. So with tabletop, you will see that it is quite similar to, or a part is quite similar to what we did last week in puppy pose, because we have our hip over our knees, and but we don't lie or sink our body towards the floor like in puppy pose, but we have our torso is kind of parallel to the floor. Okay, I know that you are still opening and closing. I do this with an intention. Perhaps we count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. Do you feel the sensation in your forearm? I love this sensation. Okay, with no further ado, let's jump on the yoga mat. Come to your knees. In case you have the sensitive knees, then I invite you to, as we described last week, I invite you to lie something under your knees and pat them. If you don't need this, then only take your knees hip width apart and keep your hip over your knee as described. And this part you know already. And now place your hands or your wrists under your shoulders. Your hands are hip width apart. Not hip width, this would be funny. Shoulder width apart. Your fingers are spread widely and the fingertips really grip into the mat. You got that? How does that feel? And now observe how much weight you have at the heel of your wrist. So how much weight do you have back here? We try now, only observe it and how it feels. Really grip into your fingers into the mat and observe how much weight you have in the back of your wrist. And when you say, oh, this hurts or it's not very comfortable, then an option for you might be that you have this little towel prepared and folded, and you put the heel of your wrists on the towel and the fingers you have on your yoga mat. How does that feel? It makes a difference most of the times. But in case you have a sharp shooting pain, then please back off. This is not worth it. There is another option. When I have inflammations in my wrists, then very often I make a fist and I come on my fist and can still do and practice tabletop, and I can practice then what we will do the next day, cat and cow. Yeah? So this would be with or without towel, what we want to do and practice today. So back off again. Sit on your heels or sit back. In case you feel, I have now here a pillow. In case this is too much for your knees, then when you sit back, you can lie a cushion in between your calf and your thigh, and you feel immediately a relief on the knees as well. Okay, we jump 2 more times into tabletop. We'll do a few exercises in tabletop, and then you'll tell me how you feel. Okay, so we go back to this alignment. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. We really grip into the mat. And now try to lift the left heel of your wrist up and sink it down. Right side up, sink it down. Left side up, sink it down. We do this on every side. Another 3, 4, right up as well. 5, and we let go. And perhaps you want to lift the heel of your wrists up, both of them the same time. And we stay here for 3, 2, 1, let go. Start to shake your hands and fingers. And we do one more time in tabletop. So come back and point your fingers outside. So you still have your wrists over your shoulders, but you only point your fingers outside. See how this feels in the pose. Stay here and slowly draw a really small circle. I move a little bit my torso to the side, to the back, to the side, and to the front. Left, back, side, front. And I change the circle, front, right, back, left, front. Well done. Now take one hand and see if you can shine your fingers to the back. Yes. Stay here. And then bring it to the side again. Now point the right fingers to your knees. And stay there. Yes, nice. And turn your fingers out again. And slowly sit back and rest. So, for today we are finished. We did tabletop. We worked a little bit on our wrists. We had a few variations. And tomorrow we start with cat and cow and start to combine the movement a little bit with the breath. This will be definitely at the end of the week. You will have this feeling when you inhale, you move, when you exhale, you move, and everything is so beautifully combined with each other. Okay, I'm looking forward to day 2 and see you soon.